All right, guys, so today we're talking about Chapter 7, Actividades. So activity 1 is really straightforward, just a few things that I want to mention. Make sure to include your articles, ela, los, or los. That's just good practice. And then the second thing, don't leave anything blank. So you might have to get a little bit creative there. If you run out of ingredients for whatever it is you want to eat, maybe tell me what you need to eat it with. Do you need a fork or a spoon or a bowl or a plate? Maybe you have to get a little more creative and you need a table. If you really are running out of words, I don't know, add some salt and pepper to it if you want to. You will probably need your hands, so you can add stuff to that if you need to, but definitely don't leave anything blank. All right, so activity 2. For this one, they have given you 3 writing prompts. And then if you'll look down, it's got the 3 different meals, el desayuno, el almuerzo, and la cena. Now, don't overthink this one, guys. Just pick one of those writing prompts, something that makes sense there. Yo como, we know that means I eat. Por la mañana como, por la mañana means in the morning I eat. And then en la cena como, that means for dinner I eat. And then just fill it in with something that you eat for those meals. So really all I'm looking for is, are you using a full sentence? Use some writing prompts in there. You can change this up. You can change that to por la tarde or por la noche. You could change it to en el desayuno or en el almuerzo if you want to change that. But definitely don't overthink it. Fill in these little dots here with something that you eat. That's all there is to it. Do stick to the vocab list, though. All right, so for activity 3, okay, yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. They just have it broken up by different, sometimes it's meals, different sorts of food, and you're just going to list things under there. So if it says for breakfast, list some things that you eat for breakfast. And if you eat cold pizza for breakfast, then that's fine. That is an acceptable answer. But definitely stick to your vocab list. And my one hint is that salada does not mean salad. So look at your vocab list. All right, activity 4. So for this one, again, pretty straightforward. Use your vocabulary list. Pick the one that doesn't belong. For activity 5, okay, this one has a little bit more to it. So it says that you need to look up what foods are typically eaten for breakfast in those countries. So you can just Google it. It does say 4 items per country, and that can actually be from your vocab list, or it can be the name of a dish. So there are a lot of dishes that have an actual name to them, and you're welcome to use those. Now for number 5, you're supposed to write at least 5 sentences about what you wrote up at the top. So look back at numbers 1 through 4 and you can create some sentences. Now we actually already have 1 sentence written for us, so you can use that if you want to. We just need 4 more sentences. So you could continue this on. This is in los Estados Unidos, in the United States, comemos, that's we eat, huevos fritos, fried eggs, para el desayuno, for breakfast. That para el desayuno, that is a really helpful phrase. So we eat 5 fried eggs for breakfast. You could say, we also eat. So the word también means also. So también, and then you can reuse that word, comemos, también comemos, we also eat, and then you could put something else in there. And then you can move on to another country. You can say, en Argentina. Now, if you say, en Argentina comemos, think about what that means. That means in Argentina we eat. I have never been to Argentina, and I bet you have never been to Argentina. We probably need to change that to say, they eat. So if you think about the they conjugation, Hemos is nosotros, ellos and ellas is en. So we probably should change that to comen and then put something there. You could add para el desayuno if you want to. That would not be bad practice at all. Then you can move on to the next country and just kind of rinse and repeat that basic sentence. And you're welcome to make it more complicated if you want to, but if you're just looking for exactly what to do, use that sentence. All right, activity 6. So for this one, just use your vocab list, put the conversation in order. There's really not much to it. Activity 7. Okay, so this one, you're going to use your vocabulary list, get these words from your vocab list, stay inside the box, say 2 things that you like and 2 things that you don't like for each of the different categories. So in number 1, they've actually already given you 1 like and 1 dislike. You just need to fill in a second one. So they decided me gusta el bistec and no me gusta el pollo. So you just need to come up with a couple of other meats, ones that you like and one that you don't like. Do include the articles on this. Just trust me, it's going to make life a little bit easier on you in number 6 and 10. So you'll do that on 1 through 5, and then, hang on a second, buddy. All right, good. Hang on a minute. And then for 6 through 10, you're going to use those and put them into sentences. So if you look at the example, it says, me gusta el café, pero no me gusta el té. So you'll say, I like one thing, but I don't like the other thing. So to say I like, you'll say me gusta, or maybe me gustan, if what you like is plural. Pero, but, I don't like no me gusta, or it may be gustan, if what you've got there is plural. Now with that, you do include articles. So right here, you need to have el, la, los, or los. If you look at the example, it says me gusta el café, pero no me gusta el té. So we're trying to say I like coffee, but I don't like tea. And we do need to include the L with both of those. All right, let's take a look at activity 8. So this one, you're actually getting an opportunity to be a little bit more creative. You're going to use something from, you've got 4 little columns here. This one is optional. That's just if you want to say that these people don't like something. But if you look at the example, the subject is yo. They do give you a subject. So that's one thing I'm definitely looking for. That tells you that it should be may. So you'll get your object pronoun from the subject that they give you. And then it's up to you what you decide to go with from column C and D. If what you pick from column D is singular, you'll want gusta. If it were plural, then you would want to use gustan. So like on this one, we're saying I don't like Mondays. Mondays is plural, so I'm using gustan. All right, let's take a look at activity 9. So for activity 9, this one's really straightforward. You're going to type in either gusta or gustan, and it all depends on whether what you like is singular or plural.
It's a 2-player.
So, hey, buddy. So for this first one, we're saying I like el café con leche. So el café, that's singular, so it's going to be gusta. And then on the second one, a Yasmin no le sienten los calamares. Los calamares is plural, so it will be gustan. So that's all there is to it. All right, activity 10. Hey, can you,
I know.
thank you. All right, activity 10. So on this one, they've given you something, some kind of food. You decide whether you like that food and how much you like that food. So like the first one is spinach. Something you want to notice is that this word is plural. So you're basically choosing between these four phrases. No me gusta or no me gustan, I don't like. Me gusta or me gustan mucho, I really like. Me gusta or me gustan un poco, I like something a lot. Me gusta or me gustan bastante. Literally, that's I like it enough. That's like I like it okay. So for this one, if you want to say that you like it a lot. The main thing here, espinacas, it is plural, so me gustan. Let's see, I was going to say I like it a lot. Me gustan mucho las espinacas. But one of the main things I'm looking for here is gustan to go with las espinacas. All right, activity 11. Use your vocabulary list. You're just putting stuff in there that makes sense. For activity 12, this is your speaking assignment. Definitely do it. This, I believe, is your last speaking assignment of Spanish 1. So for sure do this. You want it to help your grade, not hurt it. So for this one, you're pretending that you're at a restaurant. If you look at the top of this activity, it's got a menu. So you're going to pretend that you're at a restaurant and you're using this menu. And then these are the things that the waiter says to you. So put yourself in the position of going out to eat and this waiter is talking to you. They say, Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está usted? Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está usted? Think about what that means. So buenas tardes, you know that's good afternoon. ¿Cómo está usted? I hope you remember that from chapter 1. That's how are you? So think about how you would answer that in English. Find out how to say that in Spanish. And record your answer on there. That would be all the way back from chapter 1. So you can go into your interactive notebook, find that vocabulary, and find out how to answer how you're doing. Okay, for this second one, it says, ¿Qué va a tomar para el primer plato? So this word tomar is something you have not seen yet. That would translate in a restaurant setting as to have. So what are you going to have for the first dish? So that's kind of like to eat or to drink. Look up at your menu, find the primer plato options, and then you're going to say, I want, or I am going to have, or I need. So let's look at some different ways that you can say that. So what are you going to have for your first dish? Probably the most literal response there would be, I'm going to have. So to say I'm going to have, you change va from you are going, that's the usted conjugation, to I am going. So that would be voy. Voy a tomar. I'm going to have. And then you just say what you're going to have from that menu, from the primer plato. Or you could go with something a little bit shorter. I want, quiero. You could go with I need, necesito. You could even, this is a new one, but you could go with me gustaría. That's a pretty polite way to say what you want. That means I would like. So then, just pick whichever one of those you are the most excited about and fill it in with something from that primer plato. And then looking at the second one, y de segundo plato. Segundo means second. So that's like your second course. And for your second course, and then you'll say, I'm going to have, or I want, or I need, or I would like. So that's going to be similar to that second question. And then the third one, ¿Qué postre va a tomar? What dessert are you going to have? So look up at the postre options, pick something out. And again, you can use some of those options. I'm going to have, I would like, I want, I need. And then this last one, y para beber. Beber is to drink. So look at the bebidas, pick one. And again, you are using those options. All right, let's take a look at activity 13. So if you have not watched the video on stem change verbs, you cannot do this activity. So find that video and watch it, take the notes before you do this. So for this one, it's going to give you two options. In the example, it's café o té, so coffee or tea. And then it's going to give you a subject. Here it's tu madre. So it's asking, what does your mom prefer, coffee or tea? And so then we write, my mom prefers tea. So we're going to start with our subject, which they've given us. And we did change your mom to my mom. And then we conjugated preferir to go with madre. And it is a stem change verb. And then our food, or actually in this case, it was our drink, el té. So that's it. All right, let's look at activity 14. So for this one, they're going to give you a problem. So you're at a restaurant and something is wrong. So you need to figure out what this means. There is. Now you've not seen una mosca. So in that case, you would go to word reference and find out what it means. But I'm going to tell you, that means a fly. So there is a fly in the soup. So that is a problem. So you're going to write a sentence saying how we need to fix this. So there's a fly in the soup. The example went with I need a new soup and the bill. So just some thoughts to get you started. Necesito, I need. We use that there. Quiero is I want. Me gustaría is I would like. So use those to get you started. All right, activity 15. That one is straightforward. Use your vocabulary list. 16. This one takes some thought. Be really careful with this one. The formula we're looking for here. We're practicing querer. That's the main thing. So if querer is not in every one of your answers, then you've missed the mark just a little bit. So in our example, a Juan le gusta la comida dulce. Juan likes sweet food. And then we've got Juan and comer. So what we're trying to say is Juan wants to eat. And then what does he want to eat? So we start with Juan. Juan. Quiere. Conjugated querer to go with Juan. So that's Juan wants. And then we took this verb from the parentheses there. So to eat. And then it says he likes sweet food. So we decided he wants to eat cake. So again, stick with this formula. Subject, then querer, then whichever verb they give you. It'll be comer, beber, or tomar. And remember, tomar is to have, as in to eat or to drink, to have. And then whatever food or drink you think based on the sentence. All right, so that is it. This is your last chapter of Spanish 1. I hope you have watched all the videos. If you are still confused, I will be on Zoom and I will continue sending remind text messages. So I will see you then. Make it count on this last chapter. You are nearing the end. You guys have done awesome. Keep it up.